All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the markets, as I think that right now is honestly, if you're looking across the board at the altcoins on our watch list, there are a lot of cheap prices, and more so than cheap prices, the valuations on some of these platforms and protocols is getting very low. And with everyone screaming that we're going to go lower, this and that, we're going to go over why you should probably be taking the opposite stance and why accumulating now is going to pay way more than in the future. I believe the thumbnail says time to accumulate. I personally think it is the time to accumulate. Do not sit on the sidelines and sit on your hands and miss the uptrend whenever it happens. You want your bags to be packed methodically whenever that happens. So we'll go over that and more. And some of the projects that I'm going to break down into 3 sections. I am going to break down the low risk, high market cap, medium risk, middle market caps, and high risk but low market caps. And these could have extreme growth potential. So let's go ahead and get in the game. All right, and first and foremost, like the video and subscribe for more every single day here on Banter and on In the Game, as always. And a quick shout out to our sponsors on In the Game. We have Vulcan Forge, one of the leading Web3 gaming ecosystems in the entire Web3 gaming space. We have Ultra, which is basically the Steam of crypto gaming. They had a big announcement today. We'll talk about that here later in the show with Ultra Games, Ultra Marketplace, and their esports platform. We have XCAD Network. If you want to watch to earn, if you navigate YouTube daily, this might be a platform for you. So check that out in the description down below, as well as download Ultra Games if you haven't. Free to use, and I think it's a really solid app. And a new sponsor here on the show as of today. I think this is a really cool project because they've taken some of the initial move to earn fitness apps, you know, the way that those were structured, and they've really tailored it to have sustainability. We'll show the sustainability later in the show, but we want to welcome Amino Rewards as a sponsor. You can actually download their app right now in the description and start stacking up Amino tokens, the AMO token, which goes live on October 24th. All you have to do is sign up, download the app, enjoy improving your health and fitness, earn AMO, use your Amino Visa debit card at your favorite retailers. They're partnered up with some really solid retailers here. So I think this project is very solid. They have some partnerships that are unannounced with some of the biggest organizations and leagues in the world. I think this will be an interesting one to check out, and we'll touch more on Amino Rewards here at the end of the show. I want to show how this is sustainable versus other platforms. So let's go ahead and take a look at the market. Obviously, we're just kind of middling right now and going sideways, and that's not a bad thing. Like, obviously, the skeptics just think we're going to go lower. People like me who are accumulating all of my favorite altcoins based on valuations, I think it's a great time because I get to have patience. I get to watch the prices play out, watch some of them go lower, and then I can accumulate. And then also some of the tokens that have been appreciating, obviously we love when that happens. But the good thing is the stress of the market needing to go my way tomorrow is very low. So here's the thing, right? When we finish 2023 without a financial meltdown, governments and fund managers and investors will congratulate themselves on how well they did handling the climate. This is what leads to overconfidence, excessive speculation, and the mania, which pushes the market over the top into the peak. For the last 12 months, anyone calling for a bull market was ridiculed and called a fool because of a looming recession, banking crisis, inflation, all of the mainstream narratives that everyone is preparing for. But that has never come yet as far as the mass markets. The only things that have driven down the cryptocurrency market are legitimate business collapses, like the FTXs. Obviously, we had the Luna crash. We've seen some stuff, lawsuits, tokens being listed as securities. That's what it's taken to make these things actually go down. At the peak, it's going to be the opposite, guys. So everyone's going to be trying to say we're going lower, and you should probably be doing the opposite of these people. Just like at the top, people are going to think, well, we overcame everything. There's a yield curve, inflation. It's a new age, a new economy. We'll overcome anything. It's time to buy more. we're mooning, you know, we're all going to make it, this and that. That's when you actually want to be doing the opposite as well. They won't be told otherwise. That's just the way it is. Remind me this in a few years, or if the economy collapses before then. You need to have no stress, as Cool Cat says, and just cruise along. And whenever you see those market caps hit that level where you see, you know, that there's value to be had, that's when you should be accumulating. So I'm going to give you a few projects right now that I truly think are great DCAs heading into the long term based on market cap. And we're going to break them down into 3 areas. Okay. Number 1 is going to be lower risk, but, you know, blue chip, high market cap projects. And guys, I'll answer your questions here at the end of the show, but let's get through the bulk of the content. So Solana, I truly think Solana is undervalued. If you actually look at valuations, let's just go to the normal, let's go off my watch list here, and let's go to valuations of stuff like BNB, XRP, Cardano, etc. If you're actually looking at Solana being undervalued versus Doge, Cardano, in my opinion, even XRP, there's a lot of upside potential if you are DCAing and holding long-term with Solana, because I think Solana is going to be one of the biggest surprise winners in the next run. And I know I've seen it every time I talk about Solana. There's some people that come in the comments and they're like, oh, Solana's a joke, this and that. The activity on Solana has been completely, you know, uptrending. You see games like 𝗕𝗏, who have been absolutely killing it in this market. Their NFTs holding value. The gaming space with Photo Finish and 𝗕𝗏 and Honeyland. There's so much value actually going on the Solana chain. And here's the thing. There's ETH people that don't pay attention to Sol, but it's kind of the same. Like the Solana maxis, they don't really like tune in day to day to like the ETH NFT side. So if you're not in tune with the Solana side, it might seem to you that there's not a lot going on, but Solana has one of the biggest activity base and user bases that are loyal and active in the entire market. So I think Solana, 8 billion market cap right now, it's about a 10 billion fully diluted. I genuinely think this is going to be a big time winner. And Solana as dead as EOS. See, that's just a ridiculous take. That's what I'm talking about. That just proved my point. There's always people that will come at Solana, but at the end of the day, the activity on Solana is, you know, undoubtedly there. So you can't really deny that. I think that when you look at Avalanche is at its lowest level since, let's see here. It's literally at its lowest level since pre-bull run 2021. And the developments here are absolutely rapid. And at a 3 billion market cap, I think this one could go a little lower because of token unlocks. But the building and the games coming to this platform with the Avalanche subnet, this right here is why I'm bullish on Avalanche. If Off the Grid, which is played by Dr. Disrespect and Clicks and Imperial Hal, all of these streamers playing this game, they've said it's the best battle royale graphics they've ever seen. The network effect that a mainstream game could get, actually could, you know, garner from a mainstream hit on the Avalanche network, this is going to be huge. Or a Shrapnel, for example. You also have TSM, one of the biggest esports organizations in the world, building with Avalanche. You have tons of different companies, you know, Tencent, I believe Amazon's working with them, even on the business side and the tech side. So this is one to keep your eye on. I actually think this could go lower. So I'm waiting for lower prices potentially on Avalanche for an accumulation. But I think that this is going to be another big winner because the attention is not on Avalanche right now. But I will tell you, once this product right here, which is, I'm more hyped about this than anything in the crypto gaming space. Once this product launches, I think you're going to see that value, no pun intended, extract and show itself tenfold. So let's get into the medium risk, middle, like mid cap coins, like the probably 50 million and up market caps here. And Vulcan Forge is heading to that level of $3. And given the fact that the announcement was a little underwhelming for the next Crypto Gym, the TV show that they're on, I think it could go to about anywhere between $2.50 and $3. And I think that's going to be a fantastic accumulation zone. And if you have capital to layer in, I think that this is a great play because you could scale in about 10% of your position, 10% of your position at potentially various prices. Because if we look at the 1 month chart, this is where the rumor kind of came out to the masses. And ever since then, it has sold off. And that's just how blockchain goes. It's the same thing with 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗎𝗍𝒻𝑔𝗋𝒻s. 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗎𝗍𝒻s had the same catalyst. And ever since then, it has taken quite a bit of a hit. But that's just how it goes with, crypto and stock investing even. Buy the rumors, sell the news. That's played out here tenfold. But with what they're building and the sustainability behind this ecosystem, I talk with Jamie, I talk with the team over there quite frequently, and their dual economy is strategically crafted to boost PYR demand. The lava supply is limited. The more users on their chain equals the more demand for lava. Lava generation is only tied to holding or staking peer. The more Elysium thrives, the more valuable peer becomes. Vulcanomics. And Jamie is continuously building behind the scenes. This is where we separate the wheat from the chaff. Follow the builders. Another one, I want to take a position here, but I think it's going to continue to go lower. And I'm going to update you guys as soon as I layer into some of these tokens. But Ronin, if this goes to 100 million circulating or even lower, which I think it could, in the short term, there's not many catalysts that are really going to rocket this thing. So I'm being patient. But I think Ronin, if this gets to 100 million circulating market cap, I will be forced to make my first DCA. And the reason being is all these other chains will call themselves the home of Web3 gaming, or say we have the most activity, or the most users are here, the most gamers are here. Ronin's the one that can say that, and they actually can back it up. Axie Infinity is still by far the most popular game in the space. They've then added, they have 6 games here on the chain. Pixels just came. They have 100,000 monthly user base. And I saw 𝗕𝗂𝗃 on a video talking about how they might, and this is all speculation, right? No truth or substance to this, but 𝗕𝗂𝗃 was like, we would love to host parallel trading card game on the Ronin network. He's like, the gamers are here. They're on our chain. So if we can bring in these quality games, that's what we're all about. So we'll see if that comes to fruition, right? I think that if parallel trading card game went that route, it would probably stay multi-chain, but that's just my opinion. And then you just look at the amount of dApps and activity on their chain. It is just a no-brainer. So I'm waiting for a DCA here around $100 million market cap. Another one I'm still waiting for, and this is the beauty. Like, there's some coins here today. Like, I think Solana's pretty cheap today. I think Avalanche is going to go lower. I think Vulcan Forge is pretty cheap today. I think Ronin and Immutable X could potentially go lower. And the reason being is after this exchange, look at how unhealthy that pump was. And look at the volume go from 16 million in trading volume. And that's in the middle of the screen there, the 24-hour volume on this day, to 192 million trading volume, 430 million trading volume. This was because it was listed on a Japanese or a Korean exchange, and the liquidity just pumped in so fast. This pump is going to wear off. Exchange listing pumps do not last. And I think that we will see lower prices once again here. And we've done a really good job of waiting on this. Shiny object syndrome is real, okay? And Immutable X has a great platform. They have great games, the Illuviums, the Ember Swords, the Guild of Guardians. You have stuff like Cross the Ages. You have sports games. You have a lot of products here that are building some amazing stuff, like in the gaming space. But right now, the network effect isn't there. Not enough users are using IMX day to day, and the token unlocks have been brutal. Every single month, there's token unlocks here. So we've done a great job of staying away from shiny object syndrome because, yes, is Immutable X going to be an undoubted, clear-cut winner in the next bull run? Absolutely it will. There is no doubting that. And whenever I say a product's going to go lower in price, that is never a source of distaste or disdain towards a project. But you have to think of these token unlocks, the tokenomics, the sentiment around the platform. And if right now all we have to pump the price is an exchange listing, I definitely think we're going to see lower prices here. So I am going to stay patient regarding IMX. I think Ultra is getting pretty cheap. So another one, I think right now even is a decent DCA. It is the lowest price we have seen since, December 2020, January, January 2021. Like we're talking almost 3 years in the crypto space that we haven't seen a price like this on Ultra at a 45 million market cap. And I think that today the Ultra Games platform got a little stronger. As we see here, they are actually welcoming Phantom Galaxies onto the platform. And if you're not aware, Phantom Galaxies is one of the, I would say, most popular Web3 games backed by Animoca brand subsidiary Blowfish Studios. I love what they're doing over there. It has some of the best graphics in all of Web3 gaming. And this is going on the platform. And as Crypto Stash says here, this will be the best game on the Ultra platform. I completely agree. I think that this is going to be by far the biggest game on Ultra's platform. And so once that traction hits and once Phantom Galaxies is listed, it'll be November 2nd, the user base could see a big uptick because this is a very highly anticipated game. So I love that. At a 45 million market cap, I think that there is a lot of value there. Now let's get into the high risk. I would say higher risk, but at the same time, the reward here is exponential if you can catch some of these tokens. And I see someone in the chat. I just want to address this. I'm going to talk about the same tokens. I am not going to give you a brand new token every show. So people need to understand my DCA scope has included tons of projects, new and old. And that's always been the same. When a new token comes up, I give it to you. We've done that plenty of times. We've made great gains across this show. So I just want to say, yes, my sentiment and I'm not going to come at you with a new rug pull every day because that's what it would turn into. Okay. So let's just make that clear. We are going to talk about the same projects because that's just how it goes. We are waiting for valuations. We are waiting for the bull to take advantage of our favorite projects in the space with the most promise and with the product that backs it up. So let's go with higher risk, super high reward, but lower market caps. Echelon Prime. Echelon Prime, we're seeing one of the most popular games in all of crypto right now, parallel trading card game that has seen appreciation. If we just span this out to August, we've seen this token go from $1.80 all the way up to $3.40 at this moment in time. At its peak, it went up to $4.56. So we've seen this take quite a bit of hit now. I mean, from $4.56 down to $3.42. This is getting pretty cheap. But if we look at the, let's just say that's not right, the 1 month chart, we're almost at a level where if it doesn't get bought here at $3.40, that next key level could be, honestly, I would say the next key level to look out for would be right around $3. So I would watch for this key level right now. I don't think 340 is a bad accumulation, but the sentiment has slowed down, like the amount of conversations on Twitter about it and everything. So it has slowed. I think the momentum could, simmer down a bit and you could see maybe closer to $3 here. But this is this is a product and a token that hasn't seen a bull run. The game is in its pre-alpha stages. I think you have a lot of potential in the future with Echelon Prime. And I think this will be easily a multi-billion-dollar project by market cap standards when we hit the next bull. Another one today, I think this is fantastic accumulation, and that is Veracity. Veracity is one of the best genuine businesses in crypto, and it's honestly very far in between that you can say that a crypto project is a great you know, like it is a great product or a great business. I would say most crypto projects are very shady businesses, right? So Veracity here at, you know, 0038. I think that's a great accumulation at this market cap because this fully diluted is wrong. So don't get fearful that the diluted's 10 times the circulating market cap. That is wrong, and it will be corrected. The Veracity team's working on that. But I think Veracity, Altura, also great accumulation today. And we're seeing over the week, you know, it has taken a hit, but it's getting bought back up. And at 2.5 to 3 cents, great accumulation here at a 20 million market cap. We've been saying all along that if it went to that 2.5, 3 cents, that is something that I am looking to scoop up. It didn't quite get to 2.5 cents. It was close, but it didn't quite get there. I still think this is a great buy at this market cap. One that I think could see a little bit of a dip and then it becomes value is DUBBZ. And where I'm looking for this to dip to would be about $1.50. $1.50 has proven ever since its initial pump that is the key accumulation level. And this has simmered down. I mean, we saw it above $3 just a few days ago, or like last week. And this one has taken a bit of a hit. I think $1.50 would be the safe range for DCA. But the tricky thing here is the market cap's fully diluted. There's no token unlocks. There's no liquidity coming in to dump on your head. So the upside here is tremendous, but I think that due to the volatility and how much it's pumped, I would wait for $1.50. If you can have some patience, I think you might get it, and I would wait for that level. And three more that I am looking at, it's actually four more that I am looking at, is WAGMI Games. They have been punished after the next crypto gym launch. They've done great. They've won both challenges. Their team is super competent. I love what those guys are building, but it is suffering the buy the rumor, sell the news. It made a new all-time high here. We called this one right here, 4.5x. We mentioned to take profit, take your initials off the table, or cover your downside, and we definitely hit the nail on the head there as it's come down. But this one is, I think, what did I mention? If it goes under 20 million or a 15 million market cap, this one's going to be a fantastic buy. This one's getting super cheap again. And the fact that the entry was, like here, it is crazy that it's dipped this far. But I don't see it dipping too much further because there's a lot of whales that are going to make sure that they stay above water. And this is definitely one to look out for. If it nears that 0.0, how many zeros is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 508 level. I think that would be a really good buy. Seeing what 𝗕𝗫𝗄𝗽 is doing with Seed World and revamping their platform, the projects that will be launching in the next bull, this $30 million market cap just seems outrageously cheap to me. All-time highs of $15. I don't like to judge all-time highs, but that's actually achievable, genuinely, because of this market cap. That's only a 30x from here. That would put this at about a $900 million market cap. Let's just go look at the market cap back here. It was about a 346 million market cap. And that's definitely achievable once again. Like a 10x, 12x on 𝗕𝗫𝗄𝗽 when people are aping into the bull to get those seed round allocations. I think there's a lot of value to be had in DCAing there. And then two, I want to see a dip on. I haven't seen them yet, but I'm going to be patient because, what goes up will eventually take a hit, take a pullback. The market isn't, completely in the green to where things are going to just continue to run. And at some point, valuations do catch up with a project, right? So Nakamoto Games is now valued over $100 million fully diluted. Now, while Naka is fantastic, and I mean, this product has shown that it has no signs of slowing down, I want to see maybe like these levels again, under 50 cents. And I think that would be a pretty good DCA. Then again, I haven't gotten the prices here yet. So what have I done? I'm sitting on the sidelines, right? I'm not going to chase the green candles. I will wait for my thesis to play out. I think we'll see a pullback I haven't gotten it yet, and I haven't gotten my accumulations, but at the same time, I'm willing to be patient on that regard. And then last but not least, I am worried about the valuation here of $260 million on the fully diluted market cap. And obviously the tokenomics aren't great, but I think 𝗕𝗏𝗃 is going to do amazing things in the bull, which is why I am intrigued. This thing's up 70% this month. But at some point, this is going to be overvaluated. I mean, this is almost the market cap of Echelon Prime parallel trading card game, which is the best game right now out, like with the most sentiment, with players chatting about it, that it competes with Web 2 games. So it's really hard for me to, want to chase that. So I think I'm going to wait for this market cap to get a little more realistic, logical for me to take a DCA position there. So in recap, I think Solana and Avalanche are very solid DCAs even today, but I think Avalanche could go a little lower. I think Vulcan and Ultra are at a pretty value price today for DCAs as well, while I'm looking for Ronin and Immutable to continue going lower, and I will make my accumulations whenever I feel comfortable with that valuation. And then I do think genuinely Echelon Prime, Veracity, Altura are at great levels. I'm looking for $1.50 on DUBBZ. I am looking for 0.0 or 5 zeros and an 8 for WAGMI games. I think that would be a key level of accumulation because a lot of whale money is there. I think 𝗕𝗏𝗃 is a great buy as of today. And then I'm looking for dips on Naka and 𝗕𝗏𝗃. Quick little hit on our newest sponsor here on the channel and on In the Game, and that's Amino Rewards. Like I said, link in the description. The app is completely free, okay? The app is 100% free. You can start earning Amino tokens. I'm already, way ahead of the game. I've already done a couple thousand steps today. I've earned some Amino tokens. You can check in. You immediately earn tokens. You get a sign-up bonus, 100 free tokens if you just sign up for the application. It's on Android. It's on Apple. I've used it every single day. Genuinely, it helps you keep accountability with your fitness, and it does have metrics to keep this thing stable. Users walk and run with the Amino Move app. You purchase lifestyle products from the brand partners, which we showed some of their brand partners earlier. Pretty impressive. I mean, Puma, Adidas, Nike, ASICS, New Balance, StubHub, Macy's, Walmart, Kohl's. There's a lot to pick from here, in my opinion, and the way that they keep this thing sustainable, the commissions to buy back some of the ammo tokens, the cash back that you receive from the Visa card, it all actually makes sense, unlike where like a STEPN was relying on NFT sales. So excited to work with Amino Rewards. Their token launches 1 month from yesterday. So you still have time. Download that app in the description below. Like I said, I've been using it every single day. You can get free tokens. Doesn't cost you $1. Before the TGE. So I would hit the link in the description. Let's hit the chat box for some questions about the products that you are looking at. Let's see. S-Fund, will it get BNB liquidity? Do you mean like on the Binance Smart Chain? Is that what you're they're not gonna get like a pump from BNB. But there is tons of liquidity that will be looking to stack up this token once the bull run comes. Maybe just clarify what type of liquidity. Like, do you mean like how much liquidity goes into DeFi? Would it potentially come over to 𝗕𝗏𝗃? Because I think yes, in a bull run. I think AFC is good, Birdo. Is that like is that officially the because it's not on CoinMarketCap. Like I know what they're building, and I love what I've seen from like Army of Fortune, but it's not even on it's not even on CoinMarketCap. So a clarification there would be nice. What's up on, or hang on, DAO or S-Fund? Your choice. I like 𝗕𝗏𝗃 over DAO Maker, but they're both pretty good options. I think 𝗕𝗏𝗃 would be the more aggressive mover on the upside as opposed to DAO Maker, personally. What's up on Merit Circle? So they're building out their own chain with Avalanche. Once again, one of the bull cases for Avalanche. A lot of these big platforms are building with Avalanche. I like them, probably the top guild play for the next bull, in my opinion. They've shown the most sustainability. They've shown that they're going to pivot away from the traditional guild model, which is huge. I like Merit Circle for sure. MK meme combat. I'm gonna have to pass. Naka price target 10x from the bottom seems too high. Yeah, and I wouldn't DCA today. Like I said, I'm definitely looking for it to go back below 50 cents. And I'm not going to be greedy. Like, I'm going to wait. And if I miss it, then I'm more than willing to not get my target and focus on my DCAs elsewhere, right? Just got to have conviction that we will see dips on some of these things that have ran too much. And I think Naka could take a bit of a pullback once that time comes. So I'm going to stay patient, Gene, personally. T-Bird, Mr. T, 𝗔𝗺𝗃. Yeah, 𝗔𝗺𝗃 is getting super cheap. I mentioned last week that given the lack of recent updates, it's hard to say that this one's going to go up in the short term. The gap between market cap fully diluted, there's a lot of metrics here that could continue to drive this thing down. I'll be waiting for some big announcements here until the token does, get some more liquidity coming in. The volume has definitely lowered since the launch. And it's in that price to, like, honestly, with these new tokens, guys, you're always going to see a big pump and then a huge dump. You just have to take advantage. And if you have conviction, it might be a smart DCA here coming up pretty soon for sure. Buy an Atlas or Illuvium. I would rather DCA into Polis than Atlas. So Polis is the governance token of Star Atlas. I love what both teams are doing, despite them having public beef with each other. I do like both. I think that Illuvium is getting pretty cheap. The market cap, I think, could be slightly overvalued given this market. But I would wait for about $35 on Illuvium. And I think that right now, Polis, the Star Atlas DAO, at a 20 million market cap, very, very cheap. Hustle me up your thoughts on 𝗪𝗃𝗃. I like 𝗪𝗃𝗃 as a low cap play for sure. I like what they're building. I've spoke with the team before. Very solid group of guys building that project. And at an 11 million market cap, this will probably do really well in the bull. Aurori thoughts. Yeah, Jared. Aurori is a great product. I know that they have funding like crazy to build that thing out. So they're not going anywhere. They're going to be here for the next bull. It probably could be a really good play. I'm not even going to lie. I know that they're doing some really good stuff over there. WASDR. Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned a few times, guys, like WASDR has kind of fallen out of my scope recently. It's just the updates aren't frequent enough to sustain the token. The volume at points in time is just way too low. And while the product's good, it's nothing that's like groundbreaking. It's hard to gauge right now. The fact of like how their mobile app will affect the price, etc. I think you could legitimately wait until the bull run, and then if you want to hop back in, it'll probably pump. But for now, I'm kind of just on the sideline at the moment. And that's the thing, guys. You have to be able to change your thesis. I mentioned last show that you can never marry a token. Like, if you get in bed with a token, if you marry a token, it could get messy. You don't want that to happen. So just always, be able to pivot if something changes in the market. And I just haven't seen enough from WASDR to sustain my conviction. What is the market cap of Amino? Amino is unlaunched. It is unlaunched. I got into WAGMI games thanks to this channel. I'm now down 50%. Well, we gave WAGMI games and it went 450%. So that's the thing. It's all about timing. Like, we gave the call and it 4.5x'd. It's literally all about timing. Can Naka save me? It's already up like 10x on the year. That's tough. That's like, I don't know that I would be chasing. I don't know, because you bought at a bad time and like, I don't know that you go buy another pump. I don't know that that's the right way to go personally. WASDR, 𝗔𝗺𝗃𝗃, SpartaDex, you'd be down too. And I've also said that they're all three going to go lower. And I've also mentioned that the conviction in WASDR was, kind of wavered over time. So it pays to listen. Like, don't chase the pumps. You should listen whenever we talk about these things. I got you guys a bunch of free Spartadex tokens. I gave you guys the quest for G-Swift. It went up to 15 cents. And, you know, what goes up must come down, guys. That's just market. That is just the market. A lot of questions coming in here. Sol DCA level, to be completely honest, I think right now even is a good value buy. Like $19, I think that's perfectly fine at an 8 billion market cap. I think if it goes lower, maybe $16 would be your next target. Is Amino on coin market cap? No, Peter, it is unlaunched. Citus, I like the Senate token better. Will Magic go lower? I think it will, because Arbitrum and Magic are kind of very intertwined, and I think you could see lower prices personally. When will Myria be good to DCA? Let's see. I haven't taken a look at the chart recently. This is my concern. We've said this all along. The yield emissions are crushing this token. And full disclosure, right? I don't DCA into this because I have a node and I get tokens every day. And for the most part, I do dump them because what are they doing? They're losing value. I think patience will pay. I think that this one's going to go even lower because of the yield emissions. That's just how it goes. Gala getting cheap. Any ideal entry for it? Yeah, Gala's cheap, but also Gala has the most issues in the Web3 gaming space right now. Like the founders are suing each other. They bought a private jet with company funds. They made a new token and, you know, tried to block out the other co-founder. Centralized platform. They sell worthless NFTs to you, overpriced. Like, I don't know. The gameplay, some of it's questionable. We can't verify how many players play their games. Just kind of tough. Which two, IMX, Magic, or ILV? Sureem, that's tough because I think all three could go a little lower. I would say IMX and ILV personally. It would give you a good platform and a good game. Pump my Altura bags. Hey, I want them to pump too. This is by far one of my favorite low cap tokens. I think that this one's going to do crazy numbers in the bull. We just got to be patient. Illuvium's revenue distribution model, is it worth it? 95% of all revenue will be distributed to stakers. Yeah, so I've staked my ILV for a long time. And I mean, yeah, it's been solid so far. I've no complaints about it. Naka target next bull run. It's already like 10x this year. It might do another 10, so like $1 billion fully diluted could be in the cards. People are going to say, oh, that's not enough. It's going to do more. But just try to be realistic when it comes to valuations, guys. I married Solana. Big time. I like what they're doing over at Big Time. I wish there was more investable assets, but they're definitely trying to keep it more Web 2 with Web 3 layers, it feels like. Absolutely. Smash the like button. Opinion on dark meta token. Short term, bearish. Long term, it has pumponomics. Like the market cap's dirt cheap. It's kind of gotten punished ever since it launched, but I think it could do well long term. Network or 𝗏𝗏𝗃? I would do 𝗏𝗏𝗃 personally. Yeah, don't know if Sol is going to go back to 14 or 16, but if it does, better load up. I agree. Unmarry peer for Sol. No, I don't like how people are married to tokens. No, I think that if anything, you could just trim your bag and put some into Sol. Like I think PYR is worth holding for the long term, genuinely. Any low cap AI gem? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think AI and crypto at this point in time is a complete facade. Just like the initial play to earn, everyone after the meta thing and they saw 𝗟𝗄𝗃, they said, we're building a play to earn game. 99% of those projects they didn't make it to today, right? So I think we're in that same phase right now, Moon. I truly think that a bunch of AI projects right now are just complete shams and they won't be around. And that's just my opinion. AI got hot, and you have to imagine the number of projects that are just slapping AI on their crypto coin, trying to get some value out of it, right? So I would wait for that to mature and see the good products until that happens. Don't buy Gala. I agree. Binance creators, what will happen to coins like ALU that are on the BNB chain? So if Binance was to fall through, they would just move that token over to a different chain. Like it might get like a little bit of a dip because people would be panicking, selling off their Binance, but like they would like the legal ramifications if they shut down an entire blockchain. That's the thing. So like Binance could go under and the blockchain could still technically operate. And if they rugged a full blockchain, all of a sudden, no one will want to invest in crypto. The blockchain's supposed to be immutable. It's just there. It works, right? If they shut off the whole blockchain, I'm sorry, I might leave. Like that would be ridiculous. If they made your coins immobile, no, that almost can't happen if crypto is going to survive. I would wait to buy Myria. Asians don't give a fuck. They'll pump gaming tokens. I agree completely. That's why we're investing today. Like everyone and their mom will try to say, we're going lower. 10K Bitcoin. It's like, all right, you have fun waiting for that to play out. I'm going to accumulate the gaming now because Web3 gaming in Asia is bigger than ever. It is literally an international narrative to make play to earn gaming and Web3 a big thing. I'm going to be behind that movement. And if people in the West can't see it, then look over there and you'll see that the adoption's coming. Breakpoint coming up for Solana. So we going up in October. Let's hope so. Some good news comes out of it. That would be a good timing thing. How far away is cornucopia development until price begins to rise? I don't know. I'm actually, they messaged me on Twitter recently. They're out in Las Vegas right now for a conference. I'm going to try to touch base with them soon and get some juicy alpha for you guys. Thoughts on Super with their new staking platform? I'll have to take a look. I didn't see, I saw an announcement. I didn't really dig too deep into it, Todd. So I will, I saw the announcement. I saw Elio verify it. I'll go look at it and kind of see if it's maybe worthwhile. Gala, very bearish. Next, under 1,000 cap gaming to get to 200. What do you mean by that? Like under 1 million to get to 200 million? Is that the question? Project Kaizen partner with Tokyo Citizen. Yeah. I like what they're doing over at Project Kaizen. And I'm a big Neo Tokyo holder. Great show, Hustle. Always listening from Australia. I appreciate you. I know it's a little early over there, so I appreciate you tuning in. Would DCAing into Bitcoin for now be better approach than buying your favorite gaming coins? Yes and no, right? You could technically miss some upside if you waited on gaming, but if you want to play it smarter, or like not even just like smarter, safer, I think is the word. I DCA Bitcoin all the time. Like I don't talk about Bitcoin here because there's other people on the channel that'll do that. But I've had a weekly recurring buy on Bitcoin for years, and I'll never stop doing that. Is move to earn dead or alive? I think that existing products are a little dead. I think that Amino Rewards is doing some pretty cool stuff. Links down below in the description. You can download their app. You can check out their website. I actually think they're doing some pretty cool stuff. Where did the intro song go? Used to love it. Maybe our producer, if she can dig it out, if she sees it in the back end, maybe we'll play a glimpse of it as we fade out today. Who knows? Render still in the cards? Yes. The narrative just isn't there to pump the price right now. So it's getting cheap. That's for sure. That is for sure. It's getting cheap. Thoughts on Sunflower Land? I like Sunflower Land. They have a good user base, and yeah, they're doing some really cool things over there. The community is super strong, and I love Compete. Compete is a great low cap. The game actually looks like better than 99% of games out there. Yeah, I agree, Hoga. Shout out TTOO, and Compete is under the radar. We'll answer a couple more here, and then we're gonna hop out of here as we are headed towards 45 minutes. Shout out from Poland. Shout out Alan here from South Florida. Render any scoop. I don't have any scoop on it. It is cheap right now, though, I do have to say. Thoughts on 𝗕𝗬𝗕? That's another game building on Avalanche. I like what they're doing. It does look like RuneScape, and their devs did build out RuneScape. So, makes sense. Monkey League on Solana has rebranded. Any thoughts on it? I just don't like how passive feeling the game is. Like, you hop in, and it's basically like you're watching the gameplay and not playing the game. That's just my honest opinion. But, yeah, the team behind it's actually really solid. They're doing everything they can to, make sure the product is a hit. So I don't think it's a terrible play, but maybe better out there. TTOO in the house. We love to see it. And why do you think 𝗔𝗺𝗃 is dumping that hard? Launch pads getting allocations of their tokens just are here. Let me find. That's 𝗕𝗶𝘁. Lack of updates. First and foremost, they kind of, for a lack of better terms, they kind of busted their load early, and they kind of like gave out a bunch of news, and then it slowed. So once the updates stop and the hype from a new token launch stops, inevitably it takes a hit. 5 cents was my target, and now we're even lower than that. And it's technically at its all-time low because it is a brand new token. So I'm waiting on this, and I think it legitimately could go lower. But Honeyland will be the last one that I answer. I like Honeyland. I love the team. And given Solana and the uptrend that we've seen on gaming, I think it's a really good play. So guys, like the video, subscribe for more. I will be back on Wednesday here with another show. As always, keeping you guys in the loop. And speaking of Solana, I just might have a project come on from the Solana chain that could talk about how gaming is as hot as it's ever been on their chain. So guys, I am out of here. Like, subscribe, check out the sponsors in the description, and I will see you guys on the next one.